Hello to everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is Pedro Pascual, researcher of Spanish Oceanographic Institute. I am going to talk our presentation Migration Pattern and Residence of Bigeye Tuna in North Atlantic Ocean, based on recent tagging, recapture data, and historical data from Canary Islands, Madeira and Azores. The presentation is divided in three sections: material and method, result, main movement, population resident, horizontal movement, vertical activity, fisheries consideration, and discussion finally. This tagging survey carried out on commercial by boat fishing vessel, and a total of 5,640 Bigeye tuna between 42 156 cm for length conventional tag were released between 2016 and 2018. Here in this figure we can see the release position, and we use a total 923 Bigeye tuna between 15 111 cm conventional tag were released from historical survey between 1985 and 2002, and we use another 5 electronic archival tag deployed in 2005, another 2 deployed in 2018. This specific analysis we use only to record release between 20 degrees north to 40 degrees north. The data have been grouped by quarter. In this slide, we can see the first result obtained. Here, we can see the release position like a green dot, and recovery position like a red star. By quarter, each figure is a quarter. This quarterly grouping shows you a general vision of movement along the whole period. At the left, we can see the result of the AOTTP survey, and at right, we can see the historical ICCAT survey, and the general pattern of movement is the same in two periods analyzed. Another result we have observed, it was a residential population of Bigeye tuna. In the figure, here we can see the relationship between number of days and distance in miles. And on down here, we can see the relationship between number of days of liberty and the recovering distance to the closest coast. Here we can see three subgroups very clearly. You can observe it after 1 year, after 2 years, and after 3 years. And this behavior is repeated in both surveys, in AOTTP survey and historical survey. Here we can see the same grouping by each year, more or less. From archival tag, we obtain different patterns of horizontal movements in the area. The behavior have an individual character. The tagging Bigeye tuna cover a wide geographical range between 5 degrees to 35 degrees and -6 degrees to 35 degrees to the west. These fishes visited different figures on the ocean. Visited Channel Island, shelf, continental shelf, submarine seamounts, and here in this figure we can see the movement on winter time, generally to the south, and in summertime. For us, this area could be a key fishing ground for Bigeye in Northeast Atlantic. The homing behavior of many Bigeye tuna of this island after year to year indicated that this fishing area is probably a hotspot persistent for foreigning from year to year. This high residence of Bigeye tuna in this subtropical marine area of the archipelago and seamounts is justified by the feeding behavior that the species perform in the area. Now, in this slide, we can see another result from archival tag, the vertical activity. The daytime swimming depth was deeper than nighttime. Here we can see this figure. The environmental temperature was lower during the day and higher at night. Here we can see the temperature of each day. Well, we observe a great variability in the mean depth of swimming during migratory movement. Here, one example of the high variability of this activity, vertical activity. And in the figure here we can see in red color the surface movement, and in blue color the long movement in depth. In this slide we can see the fisheries consideration. The relationship between fisheries and migratory movement. On the left here we can see the different interaction. The first one, it is the European bivalve fishery based in Dakar. This fishery have a single model size of catches around 44 cm for length and an average age of 1 year old, with catches juvenile and subadult in these fisheries. The second interaction is with the Canary, Madeira and Azores fisheries. These fisheries have several model size of catches around 80, 90 or 110 cm with 2, 3 or 4 year old in catches with subadult and adult, and sometimes in this fishery, in winter fishing time or season, there is big one specimen reaching up to 229 cm for length with around 13 years old. Also, in summer months, another interaction with Spanish albacore surface fisheries happens. This fishery has a model catch around 85 and 110 cm for length mainly, with catch age between 3 and 4 years old. All of these fisheries, the total catch more or less 9,000 tons of subadult and adult catch every year. On the right, we can see the length distribution of the by boat in Canary Islands between a period 2008 to 2018, with the main range size from 8 to 120 centimeters, and a middle size. This fishery have two different middle size, one in Pesca La Mancha fishing mode around 80 centimeters, and another one in free school medium size around 10 centimeters, 10 and 1 meter medium size. Finally, we will to say, although the migratory pattern drawn by the result of tagging is related to the spatial distribution of a fishing effort in the area, of course, but, well, in upper right figure, we can see here the ancient knowledge about the migration of the species in the Atlantic Ocean. But at the present, we can complete this general figure with the new scientific evidence. We can affirm there is a big one recruitment movement of juvenile from equatorial area to the north every year. We can see here in the red arrow. And there is a bidirectional flow or movement of subadult Bigeye between equatorial and subtropical zone 2. Here we can see in blue arrow. In subtropical area, the residential and homing behavior for growth of Bigeye tuna along at least 3.5 years or 13 years possibly happen in the area. Another movement to the north and to the west, of course, it happens. For us, finally, the adult Bigeye make a genetical migration during spawning season to the equatorial zone. For us, these subtropical islands and seamounts are a great zone for growth of Bigeye. Trophic and growth zone for Bigeye is very important in this area for our result. Thank you for your attention. Any question?